Today we're going to check out our new Big Lube bullets. I got the Colt 1851 Navy 36 caliber. Have some of the bullets. And like I said, these here, we're going to see with the lube groove if we can just load these up and not use the wad net. So I'm going to start with 15 grains and go to 20, run them across the chronograph and see what I end up with. You know, we'll just get our powder in there. Sucker don't want to line up right. There we go, a little maneuvering. Oh, we got it. And it can take a lot more than 15 grains, put it to you that way. And these conicals kind of are about the same as a round ball. I like the fact they got a lube groove in them. Oh, I see it's gonna. There we go. Alright, I'll get the other ones loaded up and away we'll go. Okay, we're at 25 yards, got the chronograph set up, and we're going to try these out. Once I lubed them, there was a bit of difficulty getting them in there. Of course, it's just my manual dexterity. It was kind of hard for me to get them seated on that small lubricated seat. It's going out at 600 some feet per second. Cap's jamming up on me. But that is the thrill and fun of a cap and ball revolver. Alright, it's our first run. What I'll do is I'll run through the series, and then at the end I'll show you the targets and I'll show you the chronograph results. Okay, well at 25 yards I kept all 6 of my standard targets. So that's pretty good. There's still plenty of room in the cylinder. I am getting used to where it takes a little bit of practice. You can drop that little bullet in there and that little tiny rim catches. You got to remember, no wads, no over the cylinder lube. We're relying on the lube and the lube groove. So let's see how this works out for us. misfire. Got a cap jammed up in there. Okay, had a cap splay out and fall down in where it was blocking the hammer on there. All right. Yeah, so you guys ask about using these for self-defense. Just the technology itself is not reliable. And also, always keep a little pocket knife handy whenever you're fooling with these. All right, we'll go on to the next run. Yeah, once you get used to that little tiny bullet, that little rim, it does get quicker. It's faster to load. You don't have to put grease on it or no wads. The reason I kind of don't like the wads is I found that the Wonder wads were blasting holes through the paper as much as a bullet. And if you don't have to use them, that's another thing you don't have to fool with. But so far, so good with this. I'll go over the velocities. I can't see the chronograph saying right at the moment. Here we go again. Don't know why this gun's misfiring so much. Seems the groups are getting better as we increase the powder charge. And for those of you going to ask, yes, it does shave some lead off of the bullet when I load it. Okay, with 18 grains, there is still plenty of room in that cylinder for more powder. things are shooting low for some reason. Where are they? Well, I think that's it. Alright. Okay. I was out here with the intent of firing 6 strings with this new bullet to check it out. And I noticed as I was going after 4 strings, the 4 or 5? Might be 5. The accuracy is really getting crappy. I mean, one target I only got 2 holes in it, and they're spreading out. So I said, all right, let me take it apart and look. And sure enough, the barrel was fouled. There was leading in the barrel that I had to sit and scrub for about 5-10 minutes to get. I got most of it out, but not all of it. That is just the nature of these firearms. I am going to get velocities, and I'm going to find what load gives me the most consistent velocity. I don't know if that fouling and leading would askew the results. Well, we got 2 more runs, and we're going to see if our accuracy gets better, okay? Take the chronograph results, figure out what's most consistent, and then try it from there and see where it goes. But these guns cannot be shot, at least what I'm doing, 2-3 cylinders, and I mean they got to be cleaned, or your accuracy goes to hell, and you're basically, then the gun shoots all over the place. So that's something that's in the nature of these weapons. They're not high volume shooting weapons. I know you guys that compete and shoot with the reenactors are going to argue, but yeah, that one's in there. Now this is 19 grains, and we're getting up to almost 800 feet per second with this bullet. Again, I thought I had that solved. I cleaned behind the hammer and everything with this. Now we're getting 800 feet per second there. Yeah, accuracy's better now. Cap jam. And there's still room in that cylinder for more powder. 19 grains. I'll see what 20 does. 20 is about the max you want to go in these guns without stressing them out too much. But yeah, that was better. The grouping's better. So that just comes with the territory, I guess. Okay, new lesson learned. Why is it when you see a lot of people demonstrating a black powder cap and ball revolver, they don't shoot more than 2 cylinders? Because you have to take the gun apart and clean it to get the accuracy restored. After about 12 shots, the fouling, leading, and everything, it skews your accuracy. So we're going to run our last full house load, 20 grains. So far, without using a wad, just using this Big Lube bullet, it's good. But I don't like the accuracy of it. So we're going to shoot this. I'm going to clean the gun. Now I'm going to give you a bonus footage. I got some of those Richmond Laboratories I loaded up with guns of the West Mandrel. I'm going to shoot a cylinder after I clean it just to see how accurate it is compared to these. That was way off. And again. I've been trying to do everything. I cleaned it and all that other fun stuff, but I keep getting this fire for some reason. It's part of a cap down in there. Alright, got a cap, John. Okay, it looks like we're going to have to totally disassemble this one. The cap fell down inside. I couldn't really see it. Pretty stout load. Alright, 19 was giving me about 800 feet per second, and this one is 874. So that's giving you an idea what power or speed we're traveling at. Again. Oh, that one's up on the hammer. I don't believe this. Oh, that one's right there. Yeah, these caps are flattening out. Something fierce. And they're CCI caps too. They're pretty good. Yep. Alright, that's enough for our velocity testing and that. We're going to go shut the chronograph off, and we're going to clean this barrel out, and we're going to do some paper cartridges next. Okay, we're going to do a quick review of our Big Lube bullet performance. Like I said, not quite impressed, but I was able to fire these bullets with the lube in it. Just push them down. No wonder wad, no over the, or filling the cylinder with grease. There were no problems and no chain fires. So, our light 15 grain, got all of them on the paper, and we ended up with a average velocity 599, 600 feet per second, standard deviation 22. Nothing to be thrilled about. But then when we went 16 grains, we ended up with an average velocity 656, standard deviation 25. So slight increase, but again, nothing to be thrilled. And then I had the fouling, and this target, I only got 2 bullets on this target. That's when I noticed I had trouble with the fouling in there. And we had an average velocity 679, extreme spread of 40. Now I don't know if that could be with problems of that leading or whatever. So after we cleaned it, we went on to the next, which is 18 grains. 3. And again, nothing quite impressive. And that's our thing there. Average velocity 770. So we picked up 100 feet per second almost with the grain. 1 grain of powder. Now we get to 19, and as you see, we got all 6 on the paper again. Getting an average velocity of 809, standard deviation of 10. So altogether, usually I find 1 grain under the max gives you the most consistency, if not the most accuracy. And this is where we go. And then I went to 20 grains. And if you notice, the 20 grain load tightened up. There might even be 2 in that one hole there. So once we got it up to 20 grain charge, our group tightened up to where this is fairly good. Best one of the day. And our numbers on that, we have an average velocity of 848 from 809, so you're talking 40 feet per second more. Standard deviation 20, but our grouping was pretty good, and that's the 3rd cylinder, so there was no cleaning. It was the 3rd cylinder full, and your accuracy's there. So that kind of proves that this load, the 20 grains behind that bullet, is probably right now the best. And it seems that the way this is designed, it's designed more for full charge, gives you the accuracy. Alright, there it is, guys. I'm going to get this video up. Just stay tuned.